Thank you, Alex. We will indeed guide you through. It'll be Dust2, as you say, and NaVi came so close to dropping the opening map. We had no idea where to go on this one. I still don't know that we have any better insight on what to expect based on that opening performance from either side. I will tell you that Chris wants to get aggressive. He's already out past the mid double doors and trying to hold off lower tunnels, exposing himself, though, to top side of middle. He's actually going to commit to the push, and Flamey punishes him for it.
Oh, there it is. That buys them a lot of time and space here. We'll see if it's going to be enough. Simple, the PD50, of course. That Molotov, we're seeing more and more teams throw that now. The Xbox smoke double down with the short Molotov as well to stop CT pushes. Working out very well. Carrigan, he'll hear them making their way towards short. Might have a kill available to him. Has to be a very clean shot, a difficult one for him to hit. Not worth giving it up on the T side, and Voxic so low. If he gets one kill, he'll be impressive. The P2000 has to connect. I think his days are numbered. There's the one kill they were looking for. Carrigan finally will get himself in a position where he can actually be part of the fight. But it looks like this one is already over. Rops will have to kill 3 more players at this point, and it will take a lot of mistakes from NaVi. They are presenting opportunities, but Zeus will close things out, and we get the 1-0 due to the early pick there. And remember, this is a knockout game map, and we'll see one heavyweight of the tournament removed after this map, potentially. Mousesports gave away their pick of Inferno, but remember, they can perform this map. Their skill set is there. They have everything in their arsenal to win this map, and NaVi, a little bit lucky on that kill from Electronic. Obviously, some calculated luck, but you do like to see those kills come through as the scouts will be brought out in round number 2 here. CD side forced by, and Simple just too quick, too fast, and this is what I'm looking for. Voxic versus Simple. It's going to be one hell of a battle on Dust2.
Balls on Simple to try and repeat the second player when the information was on. Rops did hear him. Boomich actually landed. I'm sure his fall was broken by touching the head of Rops, and yet he didn't identify the fact that he'd gone over top of him. So he was able to try and get the shot. How does Kerrigan find that from the window as Flamey falls? Electronic is all that remains. What a contested round from either side, and it's the scout of Voxic that opens it up. Frozen grabs the AK, and suddenly Mousesports have a chance to steal back the conversion.
No way Kerrigan should have got that kill. It didn't make any sense. They left the bomb and T spawn as well. This is just an absolute nightmare of a round for NaVi. All rushing in towards B. They didn't even have the bomb. So if that was going to go wrong for them, they had no backup plan, really. Either way. And it's going to be Electronic making his way towards the A side. Luckily, both CTs are sticking together. That's the correct way to operate in this sort of situation. He won't know it. Does he want to smoke just yet? I would have saved it for the post-plant crossover. Could go for a real long plant now. And you can see that smoke's pretty awful. He's rushed that. He ideally wants to get towards long in the pit. Then he's got a real strong chance of winning the round. They're both going to stick together here. And he'll know they won't have kits, but he's got trade potential here. He'll get one potentially, should be traded out. CT's got this. You would think he's got low HP on the final one. It's going to be such a close battle here, but Frozen wins it. It won't be NaVi getting the 2-0 here, and Electronic did what he could, fought valiantly towards short there with the HP on Frozen being so low. There was certainly a chance with a 10-second defuse. Looks like it's going to be no problem at all.
Shouldn't be, got there fast enough. So the AK pays off in the end for Frozen. That entrance in B was cagey.
Yeah, NaVi gave that one up, I would say. Bomb down, it just seemed like they didn't really have a clear plan. In towards B, the tightest choke point. But they have got the long spawn. Flamey gets given that AK-47, so we'll jump on board with him and see if he can open things up. He'll just be going for the clean pick. He jump over the wall here to get like a 0.1 second advantage in terms of getting to the door faster. Doesn't commit to the push though. Wants to wait for the initial utility. He knows Mousesports are very good and drilled at getting close to the doors. You can see Kerrigan getting right up there now as Flamey waits for the push if it comes through. But we know about the flashbang conversions from Mousesports. We saw it in Inferno. Kerrigan there alone for now. He'll be using the MP9.
Double flashbang. And Chris on the other side of the door.
What?
But somehow Voxic got the information and got it right. Double dink onto Simple.
You never see kills like that. 100 HP, that's insane.
Through the door with an M4, especially maybe an AK. You get a headshot to start and a second body shot just does enough, but double headshot M4. Zeus already out catwalk, heading to, oh my goodness, toward quad Zeus. He is looking better individually. That allows the drop as well, which means Frozen is forced in this situation. He can focus Kitty for now, but Boomich is able to take him down, and now the angle opens up as Chris at least pulls back. That forces Electronic to go aggressive toward Kerrigan. He cannot sit at the top of the ramp, and that is enough to make the difference. Mousesports? Sports? It's all the same.
Yeah.
Counter-Strike is a singular, but they're involved in others. They're going to take the 2 straight rounds and the lead in doing so.
They absolutely will. That's frustrating for NaVi. Feels like they had so much built up after winning the pistol. Should have been their second round, but the scout of Vox had denied it all. CZ of Carrigan especially was frustrating. Long smokes coming through, and you can see the player out towards blue bin already. Will they be aware of it? Shouldn't be a huge deal. As Boomer is going to be sat there, and if the incendiary is available, they'll be flushed out, but I don't think it is. Carrigan has the HE. Seems to be very aware of it. I think it'd be worth a little HE in the corner if he's holding his crosshair in that position. Either way, not really much to be done here. No flashes, no armor, no nades at all. Just going to be hoping to get the bomb down if possible. Well, that'll be a victory in its own right.
Kerrigan sees the feat.
There's the kill.
And he'll get the defeat because the nade go in. We'll take down Boomich. Flamey low as well at the doors. Second player entered toward the dumpster. Zeus falls to Frozen, but Kerrigan's still going to just hold his own, and simple. Deagle versus Deagle. Kerrigan actually winning out on the exchange. 3-1.
Absolutely true. There we have it. It is going to be 3-1 NaVi with money, though, but not for the AWP. Simple invested a lot in the previous rounds. It's 3,700 in the nose, so that means AK armor, nothing else. No utility to speak of whatsoever. That's fine for a player like Simple. Doesn't necessarily need all the bells and whistles, but will he go for the rifle? Could go Galil instead to have grenades. He does get AK armor, nothing else. So no AWP here, and it's going to be Frozen, boosted up. Simple actually doing damage to Chris J as he crosses over with the AK there. We're seeing more players attempt that these days. A kill with the Krieg yesterday. It was actually in the NaVi game. NAF took down one of the NaVi players with the Krieg through the door. Towards middle we go again. Chris J baited in by Carrigan. First kill, looking for the trade, not going to happen. It's Flamey with the MP7 with a double kill. Voxic will get one in return towards Long. Boomich gives that kill up. And now Flamey with mid-control. What's the next move here from NaVi?
Well, seemingly reposition and go back for the bomb, but three are going to commit to middle. Frozen is going to be locked in towards CT. He's forward of the box. They couldn't isolate him alone. They had to get the trade, but it's one further loss on their side. Still the advantage.
Robso in this position. This is where he'll be tested. He is amazing at anchoring bomb sites. This is a tough spot to play. It's not a pre-fire. He can see the windows still. You'll see the head as they walk through, but he might have mistimed this slightly. He gets the first kill. Can he find a second? Looks like he might do. Only good for one, but that allows Vox to at least have a chance there. Goes for the AK-47, gets a kid as well. Flashbang is going to bull through the actual double doors here, but it looks like he's actually smoked off. Might want to fall back at this stage, consider his AWP. Definitely still worth investigating, though. Nice Molotov beneath the window, no one there. Both players on the left-hand side of the site, one of the car, one by double doors.
AK in through. Simple just waiting down below. Easy exchange for him. Massively beneficial angle, excuse me, on the way through. And just like that, NaVi get back into the winner side of the equation, but they'll buy into this without a whole lot of economy available to them. Obviously carrying over the two AKs at the end of the round. Testing for an AWP pick because they don't have one.
Yeah, we haven't seen it at all from NaVi yet. Long take, smokes down. No one really there to defend it. So it's a different setup here. You can see a boost towards short here from the CTs. Voxer with the AWP. Chris J as well. He'll be patrolling middle. So long control here. Bit of a classic Dust2 round. Default leading to long control for the T's. You can either leave your AWP in there if you had one. Maybe it'll be electronic with his Krieg, but ideally you want to pincer towards A once getting that control. They'll leave the bomb and T-spawn for now as electronic waits for reactions. If you look on electronic now, he's looking for the B tunnels push. You can see that position right back there because it's such a common push. If the CTs lose one part of the map, they have to reclaim territory elsewhere. The B tunnels is a very common position. That's got to be one of the dirtiest angles I've seen to hold it. T-spawn behind that car with Krieg. I like it, but not going to find him a kill just yet as they reposition and look like they're heading towards the A-bomb site.
Big bad Boomich to join Simple. Flamey with bomb to the same direction. Very passive, as you mentioned, but the double op. Both in the same position. You think you beat one? You think you can bait a shot out of him? Second one will fire as well, but not with 2 smokes down. Chris elects to drop down to the ramp. Fires in. Still trying to bait toward Voxic, though. That works, because Chris forces them to think there's only one op there. Voxic comes back out from the box. Boom, and Flamey gone. Simple Electronic trying to respond. So far, so good on that attempt, because they've got it back to just the one-man deficit, and bomb to go down as Electronic protects his teammate. It's even.
It's the deadliest duo in CSGO, Electronic and Simple. Just locking horns of each other, and it's going to be Rops who's got the impossible task of trying to take them down. We'll see if he's got it in him. No utility available, but he's got skill. First kill is clean. Does he know the second player's there? Spots him on the jump. He can do this now, man. Needs to find it. Not going to happen. It's Simple and Electronic finding 5 kills between them. A 4 versus 2, and I've said that so many times throughout our casting career. It's those two players that actually find something out of nothing so often. It's a gutting round to lose as well. Justin, it looked like you were running away with Dust2. Your money was getting established. You're winning rounds. You get the opening picks. You had a nice lead here. Boxing with 2 difficult frags on the A side. You think that's enough, right? But it's not.
The only other player I know that can get something out of nothing was Sean Gares.
I see what he did there. Took me a second, but I got that. That was good. That was good.
Now we're going to see the mid pick, now that there's an op in the hands of Simple. 2 scouts on the other side. Voxic, when they last had the scouts, got the refrag on a repeak. As a headshot, which would be sufficient against the op, should his speed be on his side, but he's not actually looking there yet. He's starting to rotate back that direction now as he's in CT. And he might actually just go straight for the peak. Electronic could spot him, and they do detect each other's presence, but won't stick around to do much more with it. They'll even smoke the doors on the NaVi side so that they can get up toward Catwalk without giving too much away. They know the situation money-wise. No need to make mistakes. No need to give an advantage firmly back to them. The second scout. Oh, I thought he was going to get the headshot line up there.
Not going to happen just yet. Still danger of losing this round. Forced by from Mousesports, of course, but they are so good at the scouts. They've already found 1 tag. Voxic, he does a lot of those as well. He gets another. Electronic down to 30. It's exactly what they're designed to do. Just weaken up the opposition for those CZs. This is actually looking really good for Mousesports. Carrigan might push that. What are they thinking? They're just going 1 by 1 again. NaVi really are quite terrible at these rounds sometimes. They really just like to go in those single choke points, but recovery mode is on now as a scout looks to do more damage, and that's already going to be another kill for them as they tentatively make their way towards the A bomb site here. Chris J is going to get another, not quite. Electronic at least brings it back to a 3-on-3, but still, the walking wounded of NaVi, Boomich, and Electronic will have to hold up in a crossfire and hope that the CTs are unable to use this AWP effectively.
Fair trade. It was lined up. It was milliseconds apart, but NaVi still have the advantage. Zeus with 2.
Oh, it was a scary one, though. The fact they gave up that rifle towards middle, and that's the key thing. You're playing against pistols. You do not want the lurk players committing to those choke points. You want to make sure you stick together, try and take advantage of the fact you have the utility, they have the deagles and scouts, and you want to try and use as much of the smoke and flashbang combination as you possibly can. NaVi really tested absolutely everything there. Not going to work out for them. Chris J buys another scout, by the way. So that's interesting. He's going to take himself down to $1,000. He is very good at that. At one point, was considered the best in the world at that weapon, I would say. Carrigan native at the start. They're going to go for the old NOA boost. This is a bit of a 1.6 classic, 4 Kings boost as well, if you're really rolling back the years. If it works out, doesn't find anything this time.
Boom goes for the bomb. Ideally for NaVi, the bomb will go boom. If not greater than that, they'll just kill them all. Chris J falls first as he tries to get aggressive out toward long. Electronic.
Oh, I like this from Frozen. I feel like there's a couple of kills here. Oh, not quite. Frozen with a dink.
You're getting them all right today, Evan.
I know, right? Get it really nailing it. It seems like the round is actually under control, though. Rops with the shot from the back.
Oh, Simple, though. As always, he gets aggressive. You would never expect him to be pushing in a one-on-one like that, would you?
How tense are these rounds, though? Every time. That was just 1 scout and pistols. They still struggle. Does not bode well for the gun rounds, I'll tell you that much. But with Chris J investing significantly into that run with the scout. They still don't really have a massive amount of money, but it's definitely enough, at least for one AWP that's taken the time out now to discuss their options and work out what's going on. They've played a great game. You can see the skills certainly there. They've got unlucky in some of the scenarios and the advantages they've had. It's just NaVi using individual greatness to actually overcome their mistakes, which they have been making a lot of. Their T side has not been perfect. They have given away a lot of rifles and unnecessary kills, but still 5-3 up after winning the pistol. But they lost to that second round, and Voxic, he really is a demon with that scout. And wait till he gets the AWP out and he's rocking and rolling, which might be this round. Indeed it is. He focuses that. And you are right, the fact that Simple pushes that, you just wouldn't anticipate that push at all, right? You'd think he's just kind of holding the bomb side, waiting, but no, that's not the Simple way.
Nade bounced off the telephone pole. There will be no hard line out of the Matrix in this round. Simple just checking the site, sneaking across the pit. Am I wrong in saying that his op has the snakes on it? Ah, he's using the green one. Thank you, Simple, for showing me. Appreciate it. Back to scoping in then.
Yep, there we go. Just wanted to show you what was going on.
Definitely not part of the simulation, that.
Frozen will hold short. A minute remaining. Slow, but steady from NaVi. Not giving anything up. Haven't taken any damage. Simple with the AWP. B split looking very likely here. Bomb makes its way towards low up. Boomage at the door, waiting for the smoke. Allows him to get out of the door, but not fully commit. Chris J just with a deagle here, but he's always so good with this weapon. Doesn't get one this time. Which will take him down, but he's a few bullets.
If it weren't for that cubby, he might have, because it would have been locked against the wall. The fact that he could get away from the damage ultimately cost Chris his life, because then they had the information. Ooh, Kerrigan. Spotted. Electronic able to see him coming, otherwise that would have been huge. Sneaking over top of the op, we're not able to respond that quickly. Get the rifle first, could have been 2 kills for him. It's 2 for Rops instead though. Smoke at the mouth of the tunnel, and they can't sneak in because he's standing where they would go. Voxic finds Simple, onto Electronic. 5-4. This one's done with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Yep, lovely work. They keep challenging Robson B, and it's probably the worst place on the map to go. He is so good at anchoring that side of the map. He's always good for a couple of kills. I feel like middle, long, short, that's where he should be focusing, because Rops, he is just looking impeccable today. I really like this positioning as well. Can't even check the left-hand side. They're running out of time. They've got 20 seconds. They have to focus on the main choke points of the door and the window. As we'll see the double AWPs that have come out now. This is the final form of Mousesports. Chris J, Voxic, AWPs on Dust2. Chris J built his career by AWPing on Dust2, so we'll see if he can show us what he's capable of as he jumps over towards the B bomb site. He'll be watching towards middle now for just a little bit. This is the force buy. 2 rifles, Simple and Electronic have them. It's all making sense now. For the last 2 years, we've been screaming at our monitors, suggesting these two should be holding the heavy artillery they are this time, as there'll be a MAC-10 for Boomage, Zeus and Flamey with the pistols.
Rops the wait. Oh, that flash. Fortunately for him, his sake, they won't push onto it, because he was caught in no man's land. All 5 on catwalk. Electronic identifies that and decides to go elsewhere. He could sit for the hold, even if they try and go onto the A site. It'd be beneficial to have his rifle there on the take, you'd think, but he can sit and certainly cut off rotations, which seems to be the better part of his plan. In fact, this could go back over toward B, because they've gone for the drop through CT. Simple. He gets Rops. They had no idea that he was coming. Chris J gets 1 second as well. He's able to control with the doors, but now they're picking him apart with rifles picked up, but he doesn't care. Goes back for more. Knows that one got by, but not sure which way to look. Bomb's still down bottom mid. They've got this round. Zeus onto an off to try and pull it back in a 1-on-2, and he's the one that's tagged. I thought the damage went the other way.
It's not looking too good for him. If he gets one of these kills, that'll be something, but they'll peek off that. So Blooms, I'd assume. Nice shot from Voxic to close things out there, and it was a decent attempt, but Chris J strong as ever with the AWP. He was the last line of defense in his speed bomb site, and my God, does he deliver every single shot, just connecting. Third one was something quite special as well. That would have actually given the round up. As Simple was allowed to survive that situation, make his way towards B, but no, Chris J denies it all, and down to an eco they go as we tie things up 5-5. Deagles are brought out, no armor, no nades, and a bit of aggression here from the CTs. They send a player towards lower B. Frozen knows there's kills available here, and he's got one for free here, no problem. Even knife out as he looked for the second, doesn't get it. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal, but MP9 given over. It's rare to see Dust2 so far in this tournament, Matt. It's actually going to be the third time out of 37 maps played we've seen Dust2 here.
It's not a lot.
It's really dropped off in terms of its popularity.
You know what, though? It's because Vertigo is the most popular map in the world, and it's taking its place, you know?
That's the problem.
So what you're saying is we have a 5-map pool in this tournament? Well, that's good. We got a best-of-5 final.
Well, it's good as Vertigo that's guaranteed to be in the grand final. That's what's the good news is.
Is it, though?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, statistically speaking, it could be one of the 2 maps banned.
It won't be. Everyone loves it so much. There's I think a new ruling will be put in place.
All right, I'll have to learn the call-outs then.
You haven't casted it yet?
I have not. I've done a couple of streams on Caffeine talking about its theory, but I've not casted it. I just call everywhere diggity. Yeah. That's what Chad told me to do.
Zeus 2-on-1. A real small chance of winning it. We'll see what he's capable of. Desert Eagle, low HP, needs a quick headshot here. Does land the bullet, but unfortunately that was a bit of stretch too far. Even if he got that kill, Voxy would have traded him out straight away. Double orbs recovered, and it will be the lead for Mousesports here on the CT side. It seems the T side of NaVi doesn't seem to have a massive amount of tactical depth. Lots of defaults here, not many executions, but early days. Let's see if this will be enough. Round 12. That was the eco. Guns will be brought out now. Simple. His money hasn't been fantastic so far. Currently sitting on 8 kills, 7 deaths. He only had $4,800. Meant he could get the AWP, but a lot of compromises there. So goes for the AK-47. He's still a world-class rifle. Actually gets thrown over to him. So there we go. At the last second, they do bring it out. It will be Boomich to challenge Lon. The smoke should be in the corner. The flashes to be following it up. Allows him to at least have full control. Didn't take any damage either, so that's clean.
Little boost for Voxic, and this could pay off because Electronic walks directly into it.
You got to flash it. Like on those sort of rounds, you can't just peek lower B in today's game.
The unfortunate part is you could throw a flash from long. You definitely can throw it over top. There's no skybox toward Cat anymore, but there was no one else there in mid with him.
Sure, I don't understand why they're rushing the round so much, right? You've got long control fully in your favor. Why not fall back towards top and middle? One dude flashes towards top and middle, and you avoid that kill completely. You've just face-checked lower B, a very common boost towards lower there, but either way, it's still 5 versus 4, a chance to win the round, but they're not making it easy for themselves. As we've seen Boomich waiting for a chance to strike, but he's actually been headshot. He'll go down. Carrigan, scrappy, but he's finding kills left and right. That's going to be 3 in total.
Okay, simple, short. Just echolocation. Don't activate this man. Oh! And as he switches to a burst, he's got an AK, but Frozen's got the shot instead. You're right, Kerrigan. He was stuck behind the boxes, but that dink that came through came from his teammate at Cat. That caused Boomich to panic because all he had was a few oats in front of him in a bag to protect him.
Yeah.
And he couldn't do anything to fight back, so then Kerrigan was freed of his position and went nuts on them.
You can still see here, just to back up my point, there's 1 minute on the clock and they're fully committed. Why they couldn't have just sent one player back and just made sure it was a safe procedure, I couldn't really tell you, but they've fully committed to the project along there with no real information as to why. And down they go, Chris J challenging T-Spawn. You do enjoy to see it. It's going to be a headshot towards Simple. Mousesports looking lively here as they get the opening kill once again. Chris J, I did mention it once before, Dust2, his old stomping ground, just where he used to find most of his impressive AWP work. Flashbang goes over middle. Flamey has the scout now, but I don't think it'll be leading to a round victory.
You say that. Stranger things have happened. To be fair, Mousesports has been the beneficial side in these exchanges where they don't have the same weapons. Seem to be more involved, shall we say, in said rounds. Rops shows that even with his MP9, he can certainly make a difference. Zeus is gone. Chris and Rops both tagged by the scout. Knowing that they're tagged, he tries to finish them off with the deagle, but no such luck as they get back behind the door. Plenty of shots, but not a lot of damage from them. Flamey now starts to get a return fire against him, and bomb down toward long. 32 seconds. This round was inevitably going this way. Whether or not that bomb fell, they were going to find the kills eventually. They weren't overextending, but now we get ourselves into an 8-5 situation for Mousesports.
Absolutely true. NaVi just looking very flat right now. Couldn't really tell you as to what's going to change here. Will there be a tactical timeout? Will we see more of an execution-based game towards the A bomb site, perhaps? Will we see a mid-split? They seem to be losing early picks. They haven't had a simple AWP in a long time. It hasn't really been part of the conversation. The double AWPs of Mousesports have been too powerful. The B bomb site from Rops is just a fortress. And now Chris J is moving things around. He's actually taking the AWP towards B, and he can actually push in towards the tunnels and go for the first pick. It's a really nice call. You see this thrown in about once a half for most teams. Look at all this intel, though. He's confirmed there's no one towards B. There's not a single player in the tunnels, and now they can rotate and focus towards middle and A. What a massive push that is from Chris J. He can just hold those lower B steps now confidently with the AWP. And if they fall back towards B tunnels like this, Flamey, is he aware? Oh, luckily he misses out on the shot, so he should be taken down there. Flamey is lucky to be alive, I'll say that much. Through middle we go. Electronic looking for the next pick, but it's the AWPs again. They just can't answer back.
Flamey. Quick check. I don't know that he has the information to Rops being behind the door. Kerrigan sneaks out. Smoke there. That has a timer. No. Is he? Fox6 not even looking that way to flash him. I thought he was just going to go on that. He's going to flash himself. Flashes himself with reconsideration, hoping that he'll bait a reaction, and he does. Now he knows they're there, but plays himself. They put a Molotov down toward him. He wanted to incendiary them off. He put it into his own smoke, missed the timing, gets one kill for it still, and now the Molotov, an additional Molotov, I have to say, is thrown. Mind you, it's not the worst thing because Fox6 has an off at long, and it's not like you can cover all of long with a single set of flames. So Simple has to try and make amends, and he can't. This is all Mousesports now.
Yeah, I find it interesting that NaVi picked this map, like where this is the one they're leaning towards. Yeah, they've won the pistol and they've had a couple of successful rounds. But remember, there was a 2-on-5 electronic simple clutch thrown in the mix there that led to an eco after that. Their gun rounds, in terms of tactical approach, have been pretty underwhelming. I'm not seeing any sort of game plan behind it. Their money's been compromised throughout. I think that's been a big issue. We've had a simple AWP maybe once, I think, in terms of a gun round. But looking for double digits, Mousesports have looked fantastic. As soon as Chris J brought that secondary AWP out, that's when the game turned on his head. Carrigan's had some huge moments as well. And you're right, NaVi keep losing to the pistols as well. Like he does to the CZ rounds, the scouts. Those scouts have been absolutely brutal. We said coming into this one, in my opinion, Voxic is the best Dust2 player in the world. He currently sits on 18 kills, 7 deaths, and he's been doing the majority of his work through tags. The scouts have been finding all those hits, and converting the kills with the CZs has been working out for Mousesports wonderfully. 18 kills to his name in total. We'll see if he can find a few more here. Maybe get to 20 before the half is over. As the smokes go down for the cross, we do not have an AWP again on the T side, and very little in terms of utility. It'll have to be something quick, and maybe just a simple rush mid-doors call has been brought out here. Similar to what you'd see from FaZe with Nico, perhaps.
Or Olaf back in the day with Fnatic. Of course, it's going to be simple to go. Oh, Chris, he's fortunate to get away. And he is away, but he's flashed. He's got support. Rops is gone immediately, though, only for 1 kill. One's enough, though, because look who else is in the closet. And I'm not talking about you, Henry. As Frozen catches off Boomich the second he arrives. Bomb goes down. Simple at the door finally gets going, but it's a little bit late, 1-on-2.
My goodness, he can win these though, but it's not going to happen. Carrigan bests him in a duel. That's a very good half from Mousesports. NaVi look flat on their T side. It's a question mark as to why they picked this map, considering they don't seem to have the tactical depth, and maybe the CT side will prove to be a lot more beneficial. We'll find out after this break.
Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your best friend could go and develop a new twerk scene. Got the army with me like Xerxes. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Understand you can't hurt me. I got the army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. I got a couple thickies chilling in my room who be shaking it like the twerk team. Surrounded by wet chicks, passing that sticky, we smoking that Vestas. Yeah, God, you know we do it. One showing off, yo, we come to cruise ship. Yeah, it's the A6M. I see you hate, but you rating them. Don't make sense like paying with card. Who do you know that's slaying this hard? Beats be banging, we making this God. Have your girlfriend run straight to my yard and have her up in my bed. Yup, 20 minutes, I'm dead. I tell her, okay, leave. No Snapchat or backchat, please. What color is your backpack? Yep, green. Tell your boyfriend he's a whack twat G. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Let's go. Army with me like Xerxes. Understand you can't hurt me. Got a couple dickies chilling in my room. We'll be shaking it like the twerk team. Ladies, show me where them curves be. Curious, I'm not pervy. Honestly, you and your bestie could go and develop a new twerk scene like.
When we get back to it, as Mousesports this time have the lead at half 10-5, it's only one less than NaVi was leading by on Inferno, but we also saw how that went. They didn't get a single round until they had to force overtime.
Well, there we go. 10-5. Not as scary as it sounds, but considering it's NaVi's pick, I wanted a bit more out of that T side. Hopefully they impress on the CD side. Their finances will be managed more correctly. Either way, we get into it. Zeus with the utilities, got the defuse kit, the flashbangs, and the rest of his teammates with armor there. We do have lots of grenades available on the Mousesports side. One's been thrown towards Xbox already. We have another one available if required. Flashbangs there as well. Zeus will be getting a lot of intel towards middle. Just spot a few players, no real damage just done yet, but 4 players towards the A side of the map. This is more of an execution-based play. You'll see these smokes being dropped in, the flashbang thrown over, and they'll just launch everyone in, dropping down, presumably to try and get themselves towards that A side.
Here's Moxic that's coming up against the wall. Oh, okay, Simple. Stop that right now. 3 kills. Finally, Robs takes him down, but forget it. The round is already wrapped. As they'll swing back in. Careful not to line up. Flamey gets his second, so 3 for Simple. But man, oh man, sneaks in behind the car, catches the player who's close to the wall, thinking he was going to get the aggro to be pulled in, and then just absolutely snaps on the other 2.
That was pretty unreal. Simple. That third shot actually blew my mind. That was insane. Well, there we go. It is going to be NaVi well back on their feet, but they have struggled with these second round force buys. I'll say that much. It went wrong in the second round of the first half. We'll see if it happens again. Scouts out once more. This time, no initial damage of the cross. Deagles to go with them. Tech 9 for Carrigan. I think a few players experiment with the Tech 9. It hasn't really set the world on fire. We've seen a few kills of it. I think Nitro's using it as well. Voxic will have that scout, and he's just so good with it. Watch out for him. There's a couple of kills, but mostly for the CTs, but Frozen. Desert Eagle, 3 versus 3 now, as they'll try and make their way presumably towards shore. We have 1 player outside long. That's going to be Chris J. He has the Deagle. They still have quite a lot of utility here. That grenade doesn't help things out. Not only does it get a kill, it takes Carrigan out of 48. His days are numbered. Bomb down. So what looked like to be a promising round falls apart in the blink of an eye.
Yep. Absolutely does. And that means NaVi are now going to find the conversion. And that puts them within 3, but don't get too carried away. It was a bit of an ask for Chris to hit the second one at that distance, but gets another gun down at the very least. And you think back to Inferno, despite that it was 11-4, they pulled back from a 0-3 deficit with 2 rounds, one of which was an immediate break of the economy. They could do something similar here on the Mousesports side, given that they just got 3 players down. Difference being that they can't quite go as heavy with the purchases because they don't have the 2 bomb plants they did then.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. Flashbang is available from Mousesports. They're going to go for that long control here. Similar approach from Simple. We saw from Mousesports in the first half here. Electronic will do what he can with just that USP. So just trying to build up some cash is absolutely fine. They haven't got armor, and he can show us how good he is individually with the USP. It's very satisfying to see those headshots and unarmored heads just pop as he gets another. You can see it's no problem at all. You want the SMG to get those couple of kills at the end, and that's $600 per kill. You don't actually get extra money for pistol kills. They're $300 a piece. So it's great that Simple got those. Money was a massive issue for him in the first half. He had the AWP purchased once, I believe, maybe twice. I can't remember exactly, but we'll see him now have $8,000. He throws over the MP9 to Electronic, one of the players who, unfortunately, doesn't get to use a rifle this round. He'll have to make do with the MP9, which is fine.
Poor guy. Everyone else got what they asked for in the Christmas list. Why didn't he?
Well, he'll have to be a better boy next year, I think.
Well, we'll see what he can do with it. As of right now, he's just standing toward the ramp. It's tough to debate. You could have gone long, get behind the doors, try and anchor a close position. Contact B tunnels maybe, but swinging at long seems like the least likely place to have that gun go to good. He's going to get much closer onto Catwalk now, or at least that's the plan. That brings it back within range. And a counter smoke. Does he expect they'll push? If anything, that's going to discourage them from doing so. That being the Molotov.
Indeed. Electronic, remember the MP9 pushes through. Good for 1, not the second, but still, that's fine. Did significant damage towards Frozen. And only had the SMG, so got the most out of that weapon that he absolutely could. And 50 seconds remaining. Back towards long they go. Zeus is the anchor, but he'll be left there alone now. What a great shot that is from Frozen.
Oh, this is a tough position. Flash. It went deep, so in fact, Chris was not fully blind. Luckily, Zeus committed to running all the way back because he would have been potentially, or could have been potentially caught from that, forced off the boxes by the flames, and that puts him back within range of the members at long. Rop's already coming down as the shot on the AK, Simple. And Flamey. Money's still not in a magical position. So as I mentioned, it starts to be a factor, keeping 4 alive, getting these guns down. Simple at the situation they're in should be a save. Keep the AWP up, keep the AUG up, and you will be able to get some drops out for your teammates, given that they both have armor and kits already as well.
Well, there we have it. It will be a nice default there from Mousesports. Isolated towards short at the start, but managed to get the opening picks required. And at that point, the round falls apart. It was Zeus who was in that compromised position. Now, that's a classic round. You get decent real estate on Dust2, and then you're pincering towards the A side. Saw how powerful that was. Zeus was isolated then. He was down towards long. Didn't feel safe in that position because they could have just planted towards short. He had to try and get back, try and fight, try and delay, hold for those rotations, but he was stuck on the A side. Double Molotovs, flashbangs coming in, 3 at long, 1 at short. There's nothing he could do, taken down at all angles, and that's how it should be done. That's how you attack the A side in an efficient manner. We just didn't really see that from NaVi. Didn't seem to have that sort of same pressure. That's when I talk about the execution-based play, when you have the same smokes, drop-down players, pincers coming in, you've got to make the defense uncomfortable. They seem to be relying heavily on the individuals still here, but Mousesports, they are such a great, well-rounded team. They're the full package. They're looking great for a third map right now.
Let's see what the response is again. The save means money, or enough of it, not an overwhelming amount. But timeout called to see if Zeus can come up with something to counter it immediately. Just Just to note, third map will be Train. Close affair going on the other side of the column as well, which determines who goes into a semi-final. Gets the pass in the arena. And that's between the two North Americans. 3 outside of B. Simple's leaving the site. Back inside double doors. Smoke down. He thinks that's enough. He's got a flash thrown by Kerrigan as well, and Boomich, as well as his teammates, don't have any information to mid. He has to play both sides of this, and he's getting absolutely stifled by utility.
Yeah, that was so difficult to hold. He was out alone. They might consider a save already unless Flamey can find the opening kill. He actually gets tagged in the process. Their money's low as it is. It looks like they're opting out of the round, but Chris J, he'll be waiting for it. He's towards long, and that's such a smart play because that's the most common position to try and save weaponry. He's denying them access to it. Zeus will do what he can here, but nothing can be done. It's Chris J that seems to be able to verse in that Krieg as they get another round of the board here. Mousesports looking great as they just dissect the map and work as a squad and make sure they're trading kills, and that's exactly all they had to do. And Simple alone in the B bomb site. You can see he had to patrol middle and the B site. So that setup, you usually see like most top teams these days will play 3 players on the B side of the map. Initially, they'll get the long approach down, they'll get their smokes, their flashes, their molotovs down. They'll play 3 to start towards B or 3 to start towards long, depending on which way they feel there's more pressure. And if you have one player towards the B side who's got to watch middle as well in a B split, then you're in a lot of trouble here. So Chris J with the hold towards long, you can see, didn't really take too much to take down Electronic, but this shot was quite special. Managed to get Zeus there, whoever knew he was there. So either way, 12-8. AWP saved for Flamey. He'll be using it. He was the secondary AWPer for a while. I'd say it's more Boomich's responsibility now, but either way, it's Foxic who will be challenging long. No one there. Good information gathered. He can confirm no one's crossed to the pit. So Kerrigan can walk out freely. Like there is a chance CTs can get there with the best possible spawn, like a bunny AWP. So you're always going to be cognizant of it, but they can be fairly safe as they double check everything here.
Zeus is trying to time this to perfection. It's going to be very difficult. Point in case. Case in point, point in case.
Yeah, both. Put the point in the case.
It's an overall case that we've just made 1.4.
Exactly.
Or is it the overall case to which we were making the point?
It will have to get the production.
Chicken or the egg, Henry?
Rops, my goodness. He's putting bullets in the head.
I agree, he came before both.
Boombitch will have nothing to say about this one. We have got $3,000 for him, but overall, that wasn't a forced buy. Those saved weapons coming in, and Mousesports looking like they're just cleaning up and closing this one out, no problem. Their Dust2 is actually pretty good. This is what I want to see from a top team on Dust2 on the T side, is the coordination. No solo risk being taken, not just relying on one player. And it looks like they've just got a really nice game plan here. And Kerrigan teams always do, to be fair. They're always very well prepared. And if you remember, he designed some of the greatest Dust2 teams of all time. You think about the TSM and what he was doing with them. They were unstoppable.
Arguably designed the entire default meta on the CT side.
Yes, indeed. So he's no stranger to a Dust2 setup. They look very, very good right now. Counter-terrorist timeout, that's NaVi. They've got money again, maybe bring out a double AWP setup. I would say get Boomich and Simple on the AWPs. For me, that's the call. And let's just play some classics. Nothing too flashy, just some default rounds here with the double AWPs. That's probably enough. Simple purchases the first AWP. He throws it over. He's giving it to Boomich. He'll use an AUG himself. It's actually gone in the hands of Flamey. So Simple not on the AWP for now. He feels like he can maybe do better work with the AUG. Does that suggest he's going for a push or a boost here? We will see, but always Simple as the main AWP. We'll see what he's got in mind, as he will be patrolling towards those mid doors by the looks of things. Flashes over. And what has he got here? What is he up to? He's expecting that fast mid push, and he's read it so well, but he's got so unfortunate with the timings. Luckily, Electronic is there to back him up. Wow. He was dead. He was done for.
Simple is seeming to get caught. Oh my God, frozen and Kerrigan. What is that nonsense? Just absolutely destroys them all.
I can't really tell you. Simple was ready for it. He called that. He said they're going to start rushing through middle at this point. I'll sit behind this smoke. They won't know I'm here. He didn't actually get what he was wanted straight away. Then Frozen come through this play. That is why he's considered one of the hottest prospects right now. He's 16 years old, by the way, just so everyone's aware. That's insane. Good Lord. That might be map.
The young talent. Unbelievable. I think you could genuinely put together a team under the age of 20 right now, under the age of 19 even, that could take on the world. Good start for Flamey to get 2, but that's all they're going to get. Electronic manages to catch Rops off guard. That gives them a gun. He's got armor, not head armor, mind you, but he's against AKs and an op. Or AK and an op, I should say. Bomb regroups. Kerrigan and Voxic down toward the site to try and get map point.
I feel like that's pretty much locked in. Electronic with an AK. T-spawn right now with absolutely no information. He'll make his way towards A. No kits, just that HE. We know he's got some of the best aim in the game, but they'll be aware of Long. They'll be checking this, and he'll have to hit a stunning shot to even get himself in this round.
Done, gone. Spray is successful, headshot lands in the end, and it is 15-8. Second time we've seen Mousesports have map point with a few between them and their opposition. Last time it fell apart. This time we'll see if they can close it again. Train is the third map.
It absolutely is. And Mousesports just looked like the better team here on Dust2. I have to say that it seemed more prepared. I feel like it was NaVi maybe trying to catch Mousesports off guard here, prepared for them especially. That would be my inkling at this point, but it just hasn't worked out for them. Their T-sides not ready for this level of play, as Voxic will be opening things up again. That's what you want to see from the AWP plays. Gets himself the opening kill. They've snuck out middle. Carrigan's found the second. It looks like we're all done here. We're going to Train.
Simple is struggling to get things right on timing. You
Yeah.
can tell he's trying to be clever and cheeky with his unusual positioning, but just as the smoke play, he gets stuck between the two that time. He's been caught out a number of times on Inferno trying to get aggressive. He still puts up totals, but this game's just not gone his way at all. 20-18, it's not like he hasn't topped overall on either map, as we expect. It's the little details to his game that just aren't lining up for him today. And Electronic down to the door to Frozen. It's just Flamey in a 1-on-3.
Yeah, with the AWP, he has absolutely zero chance at this stage. The bomb's too far gone. 3 kills to find, and Mousesports have a really convincing performance there. That was pretty special, I have to say. And remember, they lost the pistol in the second half as well. Ever since they lost that pistol, they won every single gun run after. Their T-side, that's how it should be done. That's a prepared team right there. They know how to play that map correctly. NaVi, I have to say, they looked underwhelming and flat. It didn't really seem like they had the game plan there. As we throw to a break, we will be back with Train.